So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look very quick at the news. You can see Monday we have one news from USA, a little bit later on the afternoon, and after Tuesday from USA. Wednesday we have from Australia, Canada, and USA. Thursday we have from Europe, USD, and Friday we have from Europe, UK, Canada, and Japan. So if you have running position on USD, AUD, Canadian dollar, or GPY, you need to keep your eyes on the economic calendar, because the high impact news can be move the price really strong. So always protect your capital, and if you have nice profit before the news came out, take some. So let's have a look first, Euro USD. The weekly we can find still bullish. On the daily, I place the Fibonacci from low to high. We can find the price came back at the 61.80 level after it's start pushing to the upside. I think you know exactly if Trump win the election, I think USD will be strong, so it could be push Euro USD and the goals to the upside as well. We can find the counter channel break, and if I use the Fibonacci in the previous leg, you can see the price almost tapped the minus 27 after it came back to the 78.60. If you used another way of the Fibonacci and you placed it from high to low, you can see looks like the price tapped the 78.60, and also if you look left, it's looking really strong support and resistance level. It can be indicates the price makes some reverse from this point, and it's coming back to the trend line and the counter trend line as well. So just a second, I'm cooling it down. So yeah, we can expecting some pullback to the trend line, the counter trend line, before the price start pushing to the upside. So low to high, and we can find the 61.80 level strong support resistance level. And if I use the Fib trick from that we use from high to low, you can find daily 61.80, it matches perfectly with the Fibonacci trick. So this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD on the daily. I'm waiting the pullback to this level. Let's set few targets. So once the price came back to this level and start pushing to the upside again, we can target on the daily first the previous high. I just used the wrong number. After the minus 27. You can see the daily minus 68 is matches this high level. Let's continue to the 4-hour. 4-hour, we can find so up, down, down. We just need to wait for the final push to the downside, and after 61.80, we can take a long position, and we find already the minus 27 is matches perfectly with the 61.80 level, and here is the strong resistance and support level. Have you any question from Euro USD?
No.
Okay. Let's have a look at gold. Gold, we can find similar things. The daily low to high Fibo. The price came back to the 78.60. You can find I already make the marks up on the previous high and the weekly minus 27. So if this counter trend line broke to the upside, I think it can be pushed much higher. The daily we can find, we put the Fibo from low to high. The price came back at the 78.60. We can use for target first on the daily the previous high, and after the minus 27, the last week targets. So I need to adjust them. So, see the previous high. I just use one more TP before the previous high, and it will be the high to low Fibo and the 61.80 because that level matches with the trend line. So again, just a second, no idea what's happened. So again, if we go from low to high, 78.60 for the previous high. another one, the height low Fibo. Okay, let's continue to 4 hour. 4 hour, if I adjusted a little bit, which trend line. Use this one also. You can find this level. It's looking really strong. Let's have a look, just one more thing. The H4. So we can find here is the 61.80 and the 7860. So if the price reversal from this point, well, it's pushing a little bit higher and reversal this point, we can expecting the price coming back to this level. And also if I check the Fibo from low to high from here, or if it's complete the currently like at the 7860 and start pushing down from there, you can see the 7860 low to high Fibo is matches perfectly with the trend line and with the strong support resistance level. And also if this move happen, you can find nice inverted and shoulder. And after you can see basically from the low to high Fibo, minus 27 is matches perfectly with the previous. So basically with the previous high to low Fibo 61.8, and also it is the counter trend line. So basically this is what I'm expecting on gold. Just one more push to the 7860 level, and after pull back to the low to high Fibo 7860, that is the trend line, and it could be the right shoulder, and after the push to the upside to the 1950 level. Have you any question from gold?
No.
Okay. Let's continue to US 30. US 30 also looking really interesting. So on the bigger picture, we can find the price almost came back to the previous, so the all-time high level. It was very close to that. But after it started pushing back, and it came back to the trend line. And on the weekly, if I place the Fibo from low to high, you can find the price came back to the 7860 level, and also we can find here strong support and resistance level. You can see the minus 27 is a little bit higher, and if Mr. Trump won the election, I think US 30 will be fly, and it will be create another new all-time high, and after I'm expecting huge drop to the downside. If he doesn't won the election, I think US 30 will fall down really hard. So you can see basically I just set the previous high and the minus 27 on the last weekly leg. Continue to the daily time frame. And find the price respected the 7860, and after it's started pushing to the downside. And if I use another way of the Fibo, you can see at the moment I have short from low to high. You can see the 61.80 matches really nicely with the trend line. So I think possible some bigger push to the downside before it's continue higher. Also, it's looking really, really strong support resistance level. $6.1. The daily minus 27 is matches with the bigger time frame minus 27 too. Let me see the 4 hour and explain for you why I take the trade on these two levels. So basically, you can find the price, make the break on the last low. I think from this point, possible some pullback, and after the continuation to the downside to the daily 61.80. We took the first trade from here. It was trend line and other things. You can see the price in back to the 61.80. Also, we can find the bullish W. And you can see basically from this point the price came back to the 78.60 and continued to the minus 68. And also if you look left, we can find strong support resistance level. So I take the first trade here. So you can see the price start to pushing to the downside, and I'm just wait the pullback to the trend line and to the strong support resistance level again. And just place the Fibo from high to low, and it was the 78.60 level. You can see basically the first target was the previous high, and the second one is the minus 27, what I'm still waiting. The 4 hour, we need to wait basically the next 4 hour candle. If it's close blue on the 4 hour, I think we can expecting some other push to the 78.60 or to the 61.80 level. And after we can take another short. And you can see basically the 4 hour minus 27 is matches perfectly with the previous high to low Fibo minus 27. So this is what I'm expecting on US 30. Short term, I'm waiting some pullback to the daily trend line, the daily 61.80. And if Trump won the election, I'm waiting future huge upside move. So you can see the price basically reversal from this point, and we target the new all-time high. You can see it's more than basically 2,000 pips. Switch it. Trade. Yes?
Why use this Fibo, the last one? Why from there?
Why from here to here?
A felső rész, az miért onnan van?
Mert ugyebár first leg, second, third, fourth is the pullback at the trend line, and you know, it's create the bearish W, and after the first one is the final move.
Okay, okay.
But let me see if I place from high to low. Basically, you can see it's also on the daily. The next candle is close blue. On the daily, it's also, you can see the 61.80 the daily and the hedge for 7860 is very close to each other. Difference between these two levels only 30 pips, so it's not so big. Have you any question from US 30? Okay, let's go to GJ. So it was the marks up last week. We expecting the price came back to the 7860 level, but you can see basically it's reversed out before. Today it stopped the trend line, and after it started pushing to the upside, delete the other things. So weekly, the weekly we can find the price moving in channel. It's create high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we can find on this point it's almost up to 7860 after it broke the trend line, and from bearish move, first blue candle closed, Fibo from high to low. You can find here is the 61.80 level. Shoulder, left shoulder, head, and we're still waiting for the right shoulder. Let me see the fib trick. The fib trick, the minus 27, also very close to the 61.80. Let's go. One more thing, yeah. So from high to low, I set the long-term target. Let me use the number. Okay, and now we can find, place the Fibo from low to high. You can see the price came back to the 7860, and the final move is the minus 27, what matches with the weekly 61.80 level. So we have double Fibo confirmation. On the 4 hour, you can find from low to high. The price, I think it was just very, very close, but it doesn't top the 61.80. And after looks like it started pushing to the upside. So we can wait first. The price came back to the previous high. After we can wait the price pushing a little bit higher to the minus 27 H4. Let's have a look the other way. So what is the point where we can expecting some other push maybe back to the trend line and we can hop on the bullish move? So flip from high to low. Basically we can find here is the 7860 level, and this level also looking really strong. Let's have a look at the fib trick. I'm used from high to low the Fibo because it's broke the last low. So basically we can find the 161.80, it's close to the 7860. So it's one Fibo confirmation. Let's have a look another way of the Fibo, and you can see it's also minus 68. one more push. After, if we can find only one red candle, we can place another Fibo from low to high, and price came back to the 61.80, or actually I think 78.60 is looking better. We can take a long position from here. We can target first this level, and after the previous high, and after the H4 minus 27. Have any question from GP, GPY?
No.
Let's have a look. GBPUD. So it was the marks up last week. We also waiting similar thing on GA than on GJ. Basically, waiting bigger pullback, but the bigger pullback doesn't come. You can see it's rich with the TP3. What was the daily minus 27? I guess it was from low to high on the middle leg. Yes, correct. And after it started pushing back to the daily trend line. So we can have a look a few other flip trick. In this, in the middle leg from low to high, you can find the price almost tapped the 61.8, and after it stopped perfectly the minus 27. After the H4 trend line broken, and looks like the price then coming back to meet with the daily trend line. It's going back in the daily chart for a second. And flips. And these targets are not valid anymore. I'll just keep this one because it's the 127 right low. You can see trend line broken, also the 78 and the 61.8 it's broken, so we know exactly final move is the 127. Looks like it's create head and shoulder. Just back a sec from the daily. Let's have a look where is the daily 61.80 and 78.60. Trend line as well. What is the 61.80 on the daily time frame? You can see it's also the low to high Fibo on the daily. It's very close to the, basically it's the weekly high to low Fibo 127. So 27 weekly 127. Let's have a look at the H4. So here is the interesting level. Also, we can find strong support and resistance level too. Let's have a look few Fibo trick. Low to high. This is the last low and this is the last high. You can see the 161.80 is matches perfectly with the 61.80. So it's a good confirmation. And let's have a look at another We have the Fibo from high to low. You can see also the minus 68 at this level. Last line. It's not really hard. So yeah, basically on this point we have trend line, we have 161.80, 61.80, and the minus 68 level, strong support, resistance level, and here is the line chart entry. So this is the place where we can looking after long target, and basically we can target first the previous high. So I'm looking to take long from this point, and I will take the first profit, I think around 1.85, 200 level. So one push to daily 61.80. This is the first target, and this is the second one.
Menza, how many pips are you going to use for stop loss?
39.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's have a look at this one more few. Yeah, from this one you can see also if the price continue to the downside, respecting the 78.60, final minus 27 and minus 68. So basically at this point we have trend line, we have pattern, we have Fibo daily 61.80, 161.80, minus 27, no, minus 68, and on the last leg, high to low Fibo, minus 68 too. So it's 5, 6, we have 8 confirmation at this level, 9 actually. So yeah, I think it will be really, really nice place to take a long position. Have you any question, guys?
Vince, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good, thanks. You?
Doing well, thanks for asking. Can you go back to EU really fast? I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
On the 4 hour, please. You see the trend line you can draw on a 4 hour. And you can also draw a fib from low to high, and it's sitting at the 7 or rejected off the 786 level.
From here?
Yeah.
Or from the last leg?
Well, trend line from the first leg and then Fibo from the last leg.
Can you show me, please? I give the assist. So you can draw my screen now.
It's fine. Trend line here. And then we have Fibo from low to high. Okay. Would that be a trade that you would have taken or no? Because it's valid, even though we're waiting on the daily 618.
Okay, so yeah, it's also looking not bad, but you know, actually I'm still waiting bigger push. So this. Okay. But if you want, or I don't know, maybe you are in the trade already.
No, I'm not. I didn't take. I was just asking.
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, basically we have also fib trick here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at the lower time frame. does not really help.
Mhm.
Let's have a look at the last leg. It's also not really help.
I was just curious because I mean that setup was a really good set. I mean it was clear, you know. So like, what would be the reason why you wouldn't have taken that trade? Like,
Yeah, basically you can see the trend line, the counter trend line. It's not really retested long time.
yeah, bigger picture, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I also have one more question on GJ.
Going back to GG.
Yes. I was waiting for the daily 618 tap, and then I also had the 1618 fib from low to high.
Oh, I saw your post on Instagram.
So, you know, it was a really good setup. We had really good confirmation, but
Very close, actually.
say that again.
Yeah, I saw your order was very close to that level where the price reversed.
So you think maybe the analysis was off, or you know, it just didn't tap? I mean, sometimes you know, things just don't tap. It just doesn't hit your target.
So what was you tried to take a trade from 1618, not from 61.80?
Nah, actually, I had my entry was 136255. So, but I think because I'm using forex.com now, so on forex.com and IDC is just completely different. So on forex.com, the 618 is lining up perfectly with the 1618.
JPY.
You see.
Mhm.
So this is why I was looking to go long at the 136255, but it just didn't tap.
Yeah, we have.
I thought maybe I did something wrong, or maybe a fibbo was off or something like that. I'm not too sure.
Yes, yeah, I find exactly the same.
Okay.
And you see, basically those three fibos matches perfectly.
Yes.
But, you know, I guess you still have a chance.
Yeah, on the retest.
Not that low, but yeah, basically you need to wait for the retest. Now looks like it's created the first red candle. This is almost up the 7860. So yeah, it's really pissed off, but
Yeah.
what we can do.
Nothing. Go to the gym.
Yeah, probably.
Got you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Roll back on Euro USD. Downside on GBP AUD, and after looking to take long. Hopefully we can find some nice pullback on GG and we can hop on to the bullish move. On gold, the question is it's pushing a little bit higher and pushing to the downside, or first you'll see it looks like it's rejected the 61.80 and pushing to the downside to the low to high 7860, or is the 1894.71, and after we can take a long. On US 30, you can see the first green candle closed, so we just have to wait for the pullback, and after we can take a short. And on GJ, nope, he went over on GJ. So basically that's all for me at the moment. Have a great trading week for you. Try to take only the best opportunities and use the money management.
Thanks, Vince.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Nice week.
Last time was buddy.
نعم يا فعلا